Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. 3 Dutton Ranch updates you might have missed about Beth and Rip's Yellowstone spinoff. Yellowstone ended last year after 5 great seasons on the Paramount network. Just because Yellowstone ended, though, it doesn't mean that we have seen the last of Rip Wheeler and Beth Dutton. This spring, there's been a lot of Yellowstone news lately with Marshals and 1944, so I thought it would be a good idea to put all the latest updates about the next Yellowstone spinoff in one place. So let's talk about Dutton Ranch. Cole Hauser and Kelly Rayleigh are officially returning for a new Yellowstone spinoff about their characters after all the events of the Yellowstone finale. That's the first big update. There have been rumors for a long time about this spinoff, but in April, Bloomberg confirmed the Yellowstone spinoff with Rayleigh and Hauser is officially happening. The series has a working title, allegedly, of Dutton Ranch. We have some more information on that in a minute, but for now, Dutton Ranch is the name. Dutton Ranch is set to continue the story of Beth and Rip, who move to their own ranch in Yellowstone's final episodes. It's the beginning of a new era for these characters, but as for what the show is specifically about, we don't know yet. We also don't know if other Yellowstone characters and cast will be returning for Dutton Ranch either, but I have to assume that Beth and Rip won't be the only characters returning for this new Yellowstone spinoff. So, we know that Cole Hauser and Kelly Rayleigh will be returning in a new Yellowstone spinoff, Dutton Ranch, and we also know when the new series is going to premiere on Paramount Network and Paramount Plus. During the Q1 2025 Paramount earnings call, it was revealed that Dutton Ranch is scheduled to premiere on Paramount Network and stream on Paramount Plus in November 2025. We don't have a premiere date yet, but it's great news that Paramount is already confirming its release plans for the new series. In addition to Dutton Ranch, Paramount also confirmed the premiere windows for other Taylor Sheridan shows, including Tulsa King Season 3, Landman Season 2, and Mayor of Kingstown Season 4. We also know there are more Yellowstone spin-offs in the works too, including 1944 and Marshals starring Luke Grimes. Marshals will premiere in early 2026 on CBS. Hauser, who will be returning to play Rip Wheeler, told Fox News Digital that Dutton Ranch is, in fact, not the name of the upcoming spinoff. Here's what he said about the name of the series. Well, first of all, it's not Dutton Ranch. That's not the name of it. That seems like an important distinction. Why Paramount is calling the show Dutton Ranch during its Q1 2025 earnings call, if that's not the name of the show, is beyond me. It still feels like a very big update. If it's not called Dutton Ranch, what is the series going to be called? We'll have to wait a little longer to find out, I guess. I'm a big fan of Beth and Rip as the spin-off name. With the end of Yellowstone, this is probably the story that fans really want to see continue. Hauser also shared a little bit of what fans can expect in the spin-off that you'd better not call Dutton Ranch. We can expect the same that we've been doing for the last 7 years. Kelly and I working are at *** off trying to create something special. Regardless of what the name of the series is going to be, fans expect 2 things right now. First of all, Hauser and Rayleigh are going to deliver. That's obvious. We saw them in the last 5 seasons of Yellowstone really bring it on screen, and I'm sure there's tons of work off-screen and behind the scenes that makes that chemistry happen. Stay tuned for more news about the next Yellowstone spinoff starring Hauser and Rayleigh. We'll share more updates when we find out more information. With the Yellowstone universe expanding like wildfire across the Montana plains, fans haven't stopped speculating about what's next for the series' most magnetic couple, Beth Dutton and Rip Wheeler. Since the announcement of a possible spinoff centered on the couple who redefined ride or die, little has been confirmed, but that hasn't stopped the rumor mill from turning. Here are 3 Dutton Ranch updates you might have missed about the Beth and Rip-centric Yellowstone spinoff that could reshape the future of the franchise and the legacy of the Duttons. 1. The working title is Yellowstone, Blood and Barbed Wire, and it's darker than you think. Word on the range is that the working title of the spinoff is Yellowstone, Blood and Barbed Wire. It hasn't been officially confirmed by Paramount or Taylor Sheridan, but leaked production notes and one suspiciously talkative extra's casting call out of Missoula suggest that the title reflects both the brutal beauty and emotional complexity of Beth and Rip's events of Yellowstone's final season. The spinoff will reportedly see Beth and Rip carving out a new life on the fringes of the ranch, literally. They're said to inherit a forgotten piece of land on the edge of the original Dutton property, where they'll attempt to build something that's theirs and theirs alone. But it won't be peaceful. A new family of ranchers, the Maddoxes, rumored to be portrayed by a mix of well-known Western actors and fresh faces, have staked a competing claim nearby. Where the Duttons have always ruled through dominance and intimidation, the Maddox clan is more corporate savvy, willing to sell out the land for oil and profit, no matter the cost to the environment or to Montana's soul. In Blood and Barbed Wire, Rip will be forced into a leadership role he's never wanted, while Beth wages psychological warfare the way only she can. It's Yellowstone, but meaner, leaner, and with no family patriarch to play referee. 2. Beth and Rip may be raising a teenage Carter, but it's not the story you expect. Fans who fell in love with the wounded, wary family dynamic between Beth, Rip, and Carter will be glad to know. Carter's back, and he's got a storyline all his own. Played once again by Finn Little, who has aged into the role like a perfectly timed whiskey barrel. Carter is now 16 and showing all the signs of being a Dutton through and through, but with a Rip Wheeler temper and Beth Dutton mouth, which makes for explosive family scenes. But this isn't a traditional parenting arc. Sources say that in the new series, Carter has started pulling away from the Dutton way of life. Not because he doesn't love Rip and Beth, he does, but because he sees what that life has done to them. In a twist worthy of Taylor Sheridan's most devastating family narratives, Carter may be exploring a life off the ranch and into politics. That's right, a teenaged Carter, full of ambition and trauma, starts working with a young, idealistic senator trying to bring justice to the landowners, who've been overshadowed by the power-hungry elites. Carter's allegiances are tested when he learns that this senator's legislation might directly impact the land Rip and Beth are trying to protect. This sets up an emotionally loaded triangle, Beth as the mother who will burn the world to protect what's hers, Rip as the father trying to hold his temper for the sake of his son, and Carter as the boy trying to become a man in a world where morality and loyalty are mutually exclusive. 3. There's a surprise character revival, and it's a ghost from Beth's past. Now this one's for the die-hard fans. A cryptic Instagram post from Yellowstone director Stephen Cade showed a blurry silhouette in a cowboy hat beside Kelly Reilly, Beth, during what appears to be a night shoot. He captioned it, "Back from the past, and not for redemption." Fans went wild. Speculation exploded that a major character from Beth's past will return in the spinoff, not as a literal ghost, but as a figure who might as well be, and the top contender. Walker, the brooding cowboy and ex-con played by Ryan Bingham. Yes, the very same Walker who nearly got himself killed more than once under Rip's jealous watch. Rumors suggest Walker, now a successful Nashville songwriter with a shady side business in Western land development, returns to Montana with an offer: buy out Beth and Rip's new land for triple its value, or face consequences. This storyline would add a juicy, high-stakes tension to the show. Rip, whose jealous streak is legendary, must trust Beth to deal with a former flame who knows exactly how to needle her, and Beth, She's torn between protecting her land and facing a man who once saw her in a way Rip never could, fragile. The emotional undercurrent here could redefine the spinoff. It's not just about the land anymore. It's about memory, regret, and whether people like Beth and Rip can ever outrun their own ghosts. Bonus rumor: a crossover with 1883 descendants? There's one more juicy tidbit making its way through the Western grapevine. Descendants of Elsa Dutton from 1883 could make an appearance, tying the spinoff back to the oldest roots of the Dutton dynasty. Although no names have been confirmed, sources say Taylor Sheridan is interested in connecting past and present in a major narrative arc by season 2 of the spinoff. Could this mean a mysterious stranger rise in with a claim to the Dutton name? Or will Rip and Beth discover secrets buried beneath their land that go back 5 generations? Either way, it would give fans of the Yellowstone universe a rare full-circle moment. Final thoughts. Yellowstone, Blood and Barbed Wire, or whatever its final title becomes, isn't just a continuation, it's a reimagining. It's what happens when 2 of the most complex, volatile characters in modern television are stripped of their safety nets and forced to build a future with only grit, guns, and each other.